addiction.
Watch out, watch out!
Welcome to hell, boys. This is it.
This is the most dangerous job in the bush.
I was there when we notified the family.
There is a chance that we might not come home.
The Last Woodsman, tonight, 7:30 on Discovery.
That is so far up your street, I can see that from your lounge.
What about getting something that looks just like this, but haven't made an alloy?
What a great way to waste £5,000.
The boys don't always sing from the same hymn sheet.
We're going to do it sand-based.
Just because you dress like you live in a retirement home doesn't mean we have to paint the car beige.
But in the end,
See, that looks ace. Oh, I hate it when he's right.
they're always in perfect harmony.
Tally ho!
Salvage Hunters Classic Cars starts Friday, February 21 on Turbo.
Can everybody say Mbula?
Following the 2024 Pacific Break competition, we're celebrating the best musicians from across the region.
We are in for such a room treat tonight.
With a series of live performances from Fiji.
Y'all are amazing.
This week, it's hip-hop sensation Sprigga Mig.
Thank you for having us. Let's go.
Pacific Break concert, Sprigga Mig.
Y'all ready? Some of history's greatest stories of escape began in a simple cell, much like this one. Others began in the dense jungles of Laos, or in a brutal prison camp at the height of the American Civil War, or at the moment captives in a German death camp realized it was now or never. No matter where history's greatest escapes began, they end with one hell of a story.
History's Greatest Escapes with Morgan Freeman. Only on the History Channel.
The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and thanks for joining us. This is TV1 News. In this edition, International Operation Team arrives, family of deceased call for support, and official signing of PNG entering NRL. A heart specialist team of 8, led by Dr. Darren Wolfers, has arrived in Port Moresby today for the annual Operation Open Heart program. The international group of specialists will team up with some of Papua New Guinea's best medical talents to perform open heart surgeries on the 14th and 15th of this month.
Anesthetist Dr. Darren Wolfers is a pioneer of the Operation Open Heart program since its inception in 1994. For over 30 years now, the program has been providing life-saving heart surgeries for the people of Papua New Guinea. On arrival today, with a specialist team of 8, Dr. Wolfers highlighted the advancement of Papua New Guinea's medical professionals.
We're actually not proud of ourselves, we're proud of the local team. You'll notice from when we've come, we've had teams as big as 60 people. We're down to 8. And the reason we're down to 8 is because the local program is going so well. So that's what we should be proud of. Just like the country's developing, so is your cardiac surgical program. I haven't seen the final patient list yet, but I believe we're going to be doing 5 operations in the next 3 days, deliberately slowing it down once more because we're not doing the surgery. We're going to be assisting the local team to do the work. And we're going to be focusing mainly on adults on this trip, but with some more paediatric trips coming later in the year.
Dr. Wolfers was born in Port Moresby. He recalls the last time he was in the country, almost 5 years ago.
2019, it's 5 years since I was born in Port Moresby General Hospital. I'm back in my own country, back to see my one talk. But it's been 5 years, so it's fantastic to be back. I can't tell you how excited I am.
The international team of 8 will be joining their Papua New Guinean colleagues for a brief this afternoon, where they will soon find out how many patients will be part of this round of the program. Maricela Kelaton, TV1 News.
Numbahili, who died from, the body of late Lina Numbalihi, who died from injuries sustained beatings by her partner, remains at the Port Moresby mortuary awaiting post-mortem. Her father, Emmanuel Numbalihi, says the post-mortem will determine the cause of her death.
The victim's father, Corporal Emmanuel Numbalihi, a long-serving member of the PNG Correctional Service, says the death of his eldest daughter is a stark reminder that disciplined forces must work together to combat crimes, especially when it involves a serving member of the force. Numbalihi said that Lina's death comes as a shock to the family, describing the death as inhuman. He said once the post-mortem is conducted, it will determine the cause of her death.
More 3 miles, so all by walking post-mortem and then only finalizing more to report long police local CID, but all also working finish, but this body is the bed have depending on time by only conducting post-mortem.
While the father is lost for words, he wants the alleged offender to take full courage of the funeral expenses.
I mean, plan me. I mean, happen where me no expect him. Now, Mr. Stranded law also, I'm sitting staff. Sitting staff beginning below me. I mean, I'm no sick law. How sick bed? I'm die. I'm die by responsibility below me. Beginning below me, I'm internationally all killing them, all my dream them. And then all this online must responsible. Long meeting Mokota, funeral expenses below me, and even repatriation exercise to the village to be burial. Now even body or my dream, all must compensate the body.
According to the father, Lina was found to have sustained bodily harm that showed signs of suffering till her last breath. It was alleged that on Saturday, 8th of February, in the hours leading to her death, Lina met up with her partner, Milang Kapli, believed to be the father of her 2 children and a serving member of the PNG Defence Force. She was taken to the PNG Defence Force living quarters at Murray Barracks, where she was tortured, leading to her death. Upon noticing that she wasn't responding, the suspect took her to Port Moresby General Hospital's emergency ward around 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. and left. Lina was pronounced dead at 8 p.m. Lina is the eldest of 6 children. She hails from West Sepik Province and Medang Province. The family of late Lina is now calling on the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary and PNG Defence Force to work together to capture the perpetrator who is on the run.
Now from Saturday come day die, and then Sunday one whole day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not Thursday. So we apply second justice. So we cooperate with the police, working investigation, we provide more details now. Anything where we can find more documentation, all now. Finishing work process, all now. Maybe all police now, all army too, all operate on time law. Surrounding Muslim man, we like justice must be done. So that is the line, the man must come law, justice. Face him, must give him punishment. Once on them make him.
Meanwhile, PNGDF and RPNGC have released statements stating that a manhunt is underway. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
Meanwhile, Numbalihi has urged the younger generation to be mindful when involved in a relationship. He said it is important to come out of a relationship that is toxic or abusive at an early stage, because the longer you stay in such a relationship, it would lead to serious domestic violence or even death.
Generation you like maritime, Mary, you know, maritime locala, or man locala. You must look local sit down. All can help me look out to you now. Responsible long, or some heavy burdens low, or some merit like some you got picking in whatever you got them, you share own burden play. Same. So today generations must look good people. So that is something where the community influence him, long. Go extreme looking, go outside the boundary. Na, give me okay, go down me of parents. Na, give me no honest, give me no hide, honest law, humbly meet honest law for mama, and then by looking same, good life, good listen down.
Prime Minister James Marape has ordered the immediate arrest of those responsible for the cyber attacks against Miss Papua New Guinea May Hasola. PM Marape has directed the police and the ICT department to investigate and provide a report by next week. Miss Hasola, who recently competed in the Miss Pacific pageant in the Solomon Islands, has been targeted with inflammatory and racially charged social media attacks. PM Marape says as a father of girls, he condemned these cyber attacks and assured the public that offenders will be arrested and prosecuted. He also issued a public apology to May Hasola, her family, and the people of Bougainville, calling the attacks unwarranted and distressing. Marape warned that if such cyber abuse continues, the government may ban Facebook and TikTok in Papua New Guinea. Over 2,500 students are expected to register at Morobe's Flexible Open Distance Education Center in Lae by the end of February. The FODE Center in Lae has noted an increase in the number of students who have been pushed out of the formal or conventional education system.
Flexible Open Distance Education, or FODE, is an alternate pathway that students who have been pushed out of the formal or conventional education system take to upgrade their marks and keep working towards their dreams. Morobe's Flexible Open Distance Education Center in Lae has so far registered more than 2,500 students, and more are still coming. Provincial FODE Coordinator Helen Eleko said the intakes are not only from Lae, they are also from the rural districts of Morobe and from Medeng, East Sepik and the Highlands region.
Last week we we saw a huge population coming here for registration. We estimated about 2,500 to be registered, but we have jumped that figure. 2,500 we and we have printed extra orientation notes for the parents.
Eleko said they came up with the idea of orientation notes this year, as many parents and students were still confused about the functions of a FODE center. The registration process was faster this year too, as the center's bank deposit slips and receipts were printed by the PNG University of Technology and were readily available to students and guardians.
Before we started registration, our boys were printing and collecting in the night. But recently, I think we will approach Unitech to help us do our printing, some of our printings as well. So our biggest challenge, finance now. So kind of the one plus patches, we like similar printable material, we are looking at around 20,000. 100 plus A4 boxes, papers, and then colored papers again, and then our ink. So we have a little mini printing there where we have 4 boys who are working for us. All the other staff members, they help in doing collating. So that is how we have managed to survive.
Currently, to support itself, the FODE Center charges an administration fee of 205 kina. 100 kina for registration, 65 kina for uniforms, and 40 kina for ID cards.
We are charging that 40 kina this year because we want to print that on a PVC card. That is why I'm kind of sad. And yeah, that's all the help we can get from our students, and then we try to minimize the resources na how to help them apply at the time. We are also collecting assignment fees, if I may add. When students bring their assignments, completed assignments, we record and then we give to our secondary school teachers, also helping people mark, and then we pay them 5 kina per booklet. We collect 6 kina from a student, 5 kina goes to the marker, and 1 kina for our center, for our ink and our paper.
Kamala Guare, TV1 News, Ley.
This is TV1 News. Red roses for Valentine's Day and dragon fruit propagated. We'll have those stories and more after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait time, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical karaoke up a big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves.
Cold Power Lemon is tough on stains and gentle on clothes. Cold Power Lemon has a great lemon fragrance which brightens your clothes and gives that extra freshness that lasts all day long. Cold Power Lemon, tough on stains, gentle on clothes with extra freshness.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and a friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
For the cross into Nesiri, this time he's got it. It's a really fine goal, taken on by Becker, and that is two. That's going to count. That's how you make an impact.
Welcome back. Red roses selling fast and out of stock this Valentine's Day. While Papua New Guinea is relatively new to this tradition, the floral industry is quickly adapting to meet the growing demand for this beautiful bloom on this special day.
Meet Michelle O'Bara, a local florist who owns a floral SME shop at 4 Mile, next to Phone House. She said 6 years ago, since she started buying cut flowers, she came to realize that every Valentine's Day there is a big demand for red roses. O'Bara says PNG farmers who grow roses are unable to produce the quality and quantity to meet the increasing demand. She said She had to import the roses from Singapore and chill them in the freezer before arranging them for the customers. The orders go out very quickly on Thursdays and Fridays during Valentine's Day, and this includes selling also at Waterfront downtown for 2 days. Obara said when she started a flower SME, she incorporated rose with local tropical flowers for Valentine's Day, but now they are mostly red roses done for orders. She said before there was no demand for red roses during Valentine's Day, but now red roses are more in demand. While PNG is relatively new to this tradition, the flower industry is quickly adapting to meet the growing demand. Papua New Guinean men coming in nowadays to buy a single bouquet of red roses with a bar of chocolate and a bear to gift their girlfriends. Also, more women are ordering red roses for self-love and care. Before, we used to have expatriate communities ordering red roses for Valentine's Day, but now a new trend is emerging where more Papua New Guineans like red roses. Valentine's Day is crucial for the floral industry, driving substantial sales and holding strategic importance for growers, marketers, and retailers. The demand for roses skyrockets, making Valentine's Day one of the busiest times of the year for florists and flower suppliers. Joanna Pile, Tvwan News.
Foreign Affairs Minister Justin Kichenko says a variety of activities will take place before the country's 50th independence anniversary on September 16th. Prime Minister James Marape has sent out over 30 invitations to world leaders, including the royal family, for the celebrations in September. Meantime, on the 26th of this month, an event to honor and celebrate the life of Sir Michael Somare and others who have contributed to the building and establishment of the nation will be held at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium.
We will be having months for religion, in respect to religion and also for the regions throughout Papua New Guinea. We'll also have big celebrations with the Defence Forces around the Commonwealth and the world. We will have world leaders and royal family members attending in the main part of our independence from the 14th to the 19th. There's the Kina and Toya Day, which is about when the Kina and Toya was first introduced. On the 26th of February, we'll be having celebrating the life of Sir Michael Somare at Hubert Murray Stadium and all those that have passed, to give them recognition of 50 years.
Dragon fruit, a very costly fruit on supermarket shelves, is currently propagated by the Taiwan Technical Mission. The tropical fruit has become popular over the years. However, not many Papua New Guineans are aware of this fruit and its benefits.
Healthline. Dragon fruit is a tropical fruit that goes by many names, including pitahaya and strawberry pear. The health benefits include being rich in antioxidants, boosts immune function, supports digestive health, weight management, regulates blood sugar levels, enhances heart health, improves skin health, strengthens bones, boosts iron levels, promotes healthy hair, fights inflammation, supports eye health, boosts energy levels, enhances mood, detoxifies the body, versatile culinary ingredient, potential side effects, and versatile culinary ingredient. The dragon fruit flower blooms at night and around 8 p.m. and at around 8 a.m. the next morning, the large fragrant flowers droop down and wilt. The fruit has become increasingly popular over the years. However, not many Papua New Guineans are aware of this fruit and its benefits. Now the Taiwan Technical Mission, who have been here since 2015, is assisting local farmers to plant the fruit through distributing the cuttings of the plant. More than 50 farmers have received cuttings.
We came back here in 2015. The first team member arrived Laloki here in 1989, 26 October. They moved to Leh to establish the head office in Leh, Bubia Nari Kampong. We came back here in 2015 to carry out the farmer training project for 6 years, which is completed the end of 2020. From 2021 to 2024, we carry out the rice seed propagation project.
The price of dragon fruit per kilo in supermarkets is more than 100 kina. Lee shared that the fruit grows well in the country. However, not many people are aware of this.
We also propagate dragon fruit and distribute the cuttings for farmers to grow the fruit, which is a very good price in Port Moresby supermarket.
Furthermore, the biggest planter now is Rigo rice farmers who have received 2,000 cuttings. He also mentioned that 1,000 fruit cuttings were sent to the University of Natural Resources and Environment last October. The plant takes 1.5 to 2 years to start blossoming and bear fruit. Jasmine Irojak, TV1 News.
Whilst dragon fruit is still propagating, team leader Chin Yu Lee for the Taiwan Technical Commission said the rice planting training has gone on for 6 years and has exceeded 1,000 farmers.
In southern region, we train exceed 1,000 farmers who came here. We also have trainings course in Momase Center in Iraq. So 2 centers, we train more than 2,000 participants in 6 years.
And now for the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2489 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2414, $0.3821 Australian dollars, $0.2252 euro, and 36.97 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed higher except cocoa and crude oil closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues after the break with news making headlines overseas. Stay tuned.
A convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in Milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in Milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
TV1 Online has replaced Loop PNG, and with one click on tv1.com.pg, you can stay connected to PNG's breaking news, top stories, international news, and the latest sporting action. Don't miss out. Visit tv1.com.pg and bookmark to your home screen to stay in the know wherever you are in PNG. TV1 Online, the news source you can trust, just one click away.
That is so far up your street, I can see that from your lounge.
What about getting something that looks just like this, but haven't made an alloy?
What a great way to waste £5,000.
The boys don't always sing from the same hymn sheet.
We're going to do it sand beige.
You just want to dress like you live in a retirement home. Doesn't mean we have to paint the car beige.
But in the end...
See, that looks ace. Oh, I hate it when he's right.
They're always in perfect harmony.
Tally ho!
Salvage Hunters Classic Cars starts Friday, February 21 on Turbo.
लाला संभल के हर तरफ खतरा है।
देख के भाई एक गलती और गेम ओवर।
Can you do this, Hardik? ये चैंपियंस का गेम है. It's all on the line.
Hey, the president is here.
Competition, मजा आएगा.
This is the ICC Champions Trophy, where the world's 8 best teams will put it all on the line for victory.
Thanks for staying with us. Newly appointed Vanuatu Prime Minister Jotham Napat has expressed Vanuatu's desire to strengthen ties with the United States, calling for increased U.S. presence in the Pacific region. In his first official speech, Napat acknowledged the importance of international partnerships, stating that Vanuatu looks forward to building a stronger relationship with the U.S. based on shared values and mutual interests. His remarks come at a time when geopolitical influence in the Pacific is growing, with major powers like the US, China and Australia competing for stronger ties with island nations. Nearly 30 years after the landmark inquiry into the stolen generations, a new report has revealed only a handful of its recommendations have been carried out. The peak body for survivors has warned time is running out to address their ongoing trauma.
After suffering almost a decade of mistreatment as a child in the notorious Kinchela Boys' Home, Michael Whitty Welsh hoped the 1997 landmark inquiry into the stolen generations would bring about meaningful change.
Watching and hoping for the changes that would be coming from that there, it just didn't happen.
But almost 30 years on from the Bringing Them Home inquiry, a new report has found only 5 out of 83 recommendations have been implemented. The peak body for survivors says governments and institutions are fast running out of time.
The reality is we're losing survivors, sadly, at a rapid rate, and we really need to take this seriously and we can't wait any longer.
The Healing Foundation has put forward 19 recommendations that include reparation schemes for survivors in Queensland and Western Australia, improving the redress schemes, apologies from all police and churches, family tracing and reunion services, and fair access to historical records.
Now we continue to talk to the Aboriginal community and their advocates.
Queensland's government said it's committed to delivering Indigenous health, housing and education.
On the eve of the anniversary of the National Apology, Stolen Generation survivors will be here in Canberra for their annual breakfast with the Prime Minister. Some, however, hope to hear more from the government than sorry.
Uncle Whitty isn't sure if he'll see change in his lifetime. He hopes it might come for the next generation, who still carry the trauma from the past.
It all brings me to tears when I think about it. I have children who suffer for the simple fact that the lack of understanding.
Australia's Northern Territory government is pressing ahead with plans to fast-track major projects and address overcrowded prisons on the second day of parliamentary sittings. Meanwhile, Indigenous Territorians have presented a bark petition outside Parliament calling for action on a key demand.
Another day of Parliament and another protest. This time, residents from the West Daly region seeking urgent upgrades on a critical road from Wodare to Palumpa.
We need the Territory government to listen and
Just whatever they can do. Where's the funding? Fix our bloody road.
The NT's treasurer assuring the road upgrades will happen, but no word on when.
To the people of What I say, the CLP government will honour this project and know the funding has not been pulled, and yes, the CLP government will deliver this project because it's a federally funded program by the Australian government.
After passing a bill last night to remove the minimum floor price of alcohol, making cheap, high alcohol drinks more affordable, the Country Liberal Party introduced its controversial Territory Coordinator legislation, which allows the government to sidestep processes to fast-track certain economic projects. The CLP's radio advertisement about the laws coming under fire.
The Territory Coordinator will facilitate development projects and activities across the NT to drive economic growth, bringing jobs and opportunities to Territorians.
The Territory's Auditor-General found the ad breached the Public Information Act for promoting political interests and misleading the public.
We will take that advice on board, and of course we'll make sure that into the future we're doing everything that we can not to contravene any acts.
Also debated today, a bill to hire private corrections officers to help manage record prisoner numbers.
Health remains a key focus in the state election campaign, with both major parties pitching solutions to ease pressure on the struggling system. Labour is proposing more aged care beds to free up hospital capacity, while the Liberals are prioritising care options closer to home.
As the three leaders faced an ABC election forum, it was Liberal leader Libby Mettam under the most pressure, first from a high school student.
Hi, I'm a Kakura Kungari girl who grew up on Noongar land. So you support Peter Dutton's position of not standing in front of the Aboriginal flag, claiming Australia is a united country, yet systemically the life expectancy for Indigenous people is 9 years less than other Australians.
That is no disrespect to the Aboriginal flag. But we are all Western Australians and Australians, and it is simply about not being divided by race. The policies of the WA Liberal team will all be pointing to lifting people up.
Then came this awkward exchange.
Until this morning, I thought that Ms Mettam was the leader of the opposition.
No, she's not. She didn't have enough members in Parliament.
Brushed aside later in the day in Kalamunda.
It's certainly a challenge in terms of the resources that we have, but I won't be distracted by the job title.
She was joined by the candidate for the seat, the Chief Pharmacist of WA's Country Health Service, Adam Hort, to promise upgrades to the local hospital. The pair also pledging a Liberal government would allow pharmacists to prescribe more medication.
We see in many jurisdictions around the world better access to healthcare at home, better access to things like this.
Labor also focused on health, promising a $100 million low-interest loan scheme to help private providers build an extra 500 concessional beds.
We want the Commonwealth to fund more aged care beds, but they need the beds to fund.
Those beds would sit alongside a trial of older adult care hubs in 3 suburbs.
Many of the staff are already working in this area. It's about locating them together to provide a single place for older adults to go.
The parties also traded barbs over public transport after the ABC revealed the timeline to upgrade the Smart Rider system to accept phones and credit cards has blown out by more than a year. The delays blamed on technical issues.
You're watching TV1 News. Later in sports, Hunters assess injuries and Ray responds to termination.
"24-hour service. Always there when we need them the most. They risk their lives to save mine. They are ordinary people doing extraordinary things. They are our everyday heroes. St. John Ambulance, trusted to care."
Oh look, it's me, the one and only Trixie Mattel.
She's back. Fresh from the Trixie Motel, Trixie and David are getting all dolled up again.
I'm just glad I had an excuse to wear these cute boots.
For the reno of a lifetime of their very own Hollywood home.
If we can do the motel, I think we could do something cool here.
We should make it our dream house.
The Dragalicious new series.
Let's go look inside. Woo! Oh.
Trixie Motel Drag Me Home. Saturday 7:30 on TLC.
The last man standing, Sir Julius Chan, passed away peacefully in his home village of Manmantinut, Uris, in the Namatanai district of New Ireland province, surrounded by his family and friends. The Chan family, in a brief statement, thanked those who have stood by Sir Julius and shared his legacy throughout his political life from pre-independence to the time of his passing. Sir Julius Chan was born on April 17, 1939, in the New Ireland province. He dedicated his life to public service, becoming one of the first Papua New Guineans to make a significant impact on the nation's political framework after gaining independence in 1975. Throughout his career, Sir Julius was known for his dedication to economic development, education, and infrastructure improvement. His leadership style was marked by his vision for a prosperous Papua New Guinea and a commitment to empowering its citizens. Prime Minister James Marape, when announcing Sir Julius's death, described him as a true visionary, with his focus always on the people of Papua New Guinea. He believed in the potential of our nation and worked tirelessly to uplift our communities.
For me and Rachel, we were privileged to have sat with him. In my first 5 years as a journeyman into politics, I was under the watch of People's Progress Party. He endorsed me in 2002 for Tari. He endorsed me in 2003 with the Honorable Dr. Alan Marat for Tari again. I have a lot of fond memories of him. My affinity to him is much deeper than most think of. I know three of his sons at a personal level. One is a close friend. And so I also share in the loss very, very deeply. I never knew. Yesterday in cabinet, I talked about Somalia and was emotional. And today we're losing the last man standing. And it's a reflection for all of us as leaders. We're surely in a moment of transition. It is now our time to rise up, leave personal interests, leave bickerings, petty politics aside. Let's rise up, put the country first, and lift it up. Progress our country in honor of these great men who are passing by us. He remains the last man standing. He's passed. I want to ask to honor him properly in being good stewards of our people's leadership mandate conferred on us.
During his time as Prime Minister, Sir Julius faced numerous challenges, including political unrest and economic difficulties. However, the late Sir Julius stood the test of time and remained active in his political duties until his passing.
Kendra's out of our lives. The police arrested her, so I think we'll get some peace back into our lives. We're all starting a new chapter right here. We remain as one big, happy family.
We're all gathered here tonight in order to celebrate the return of a person whom we love so much, our dear Lenlen.
Lillian, she's Bethany, the one who took care of Lenlen in Australia. This is Lillian, my future wife.
It's really nice to meet you. Nothing in life is constant. Her anger towards me and Mother.
When you love someone, you'll never give up. You're going to fight.
I'll make it up to you. I'll listen to what you have to say. Sweetheart, please
I told you let go of me, didn't I?
If Lenlen doesn't want to talk to you, then you should just stop trying.
I'm always here for you. Don't lose hope, Maggie.
I feel a bit better because you're with me.
You okay?
There's something
Don't
in my
touch it!
eye.
Don't touch it!
Kendra has woken up.
I'm going to get my revenge against each and every one of you.
You're gonna rot in here.
Will the Donnas be able to rebuild their bond and make it strong enough to withstand new challenges? Prima Donnas.
Welcome back. Foreign Affairs Minister Justin Kichenko has announced that the official signing and grand ceremony for Papua New Guinea's entry into the National Rugby League will take place next week on Wednesday, February 19 at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium in Port Moresby.
For the official signing, all the documents and agreements have all been done now, which will certify and authorize and ratify the agreement between the NRL and Papua New Guinea. So that's a big one. And thanks to the Australian government for their 10 years of sponsorship as well, going forward with that, and also PNG Rugby League and our PNG NRL bid team going forward on that one. So we look forward to Wednesday. So,
as the 2025 QRL Host Plus Cup season approaches, the PNG Hunters are closely monitoring several key players who are recovering from injuries sustained last season. With 3 weeks remaining before the season kicks off in March, the team's physio staff have been diligently working to support those on the injury list.
Hunters front-runners Epel Capinius, Robert Matthews, Sil Kalo, Felix Becky, Joshua Lau, Sekias Komati and Valentine Loy are currently nursing injuries. Unfortunately, both Komati and Tauloi have been ruled out for the entire 2025 season due to the severity of their injuries, requiring additional time for full recovery. While discussing the recovery status of the players, Hunters assistant coach Enoch Maki provided an optimistic update.
While I'm out for the season, Robert still I'm all back to full training now, and Joslau I'm come back soon, around March, April I'm come back. Again, I'm depend long how all of them rehab, faithful rehab, all of some good I'm all come back early as expected. But injury I'm plenty boys will become maybe around May the full team come back, apart from Wallen, Nas, Saki. Yeah, Saki I'm cut shoulder, so I'm lose some bowl season or maybe 6-7 months out. Apple be back soon. I should come back. I should train, but then I'm rehab slowly, so I'm start back yet. But now I'm come back full running now, so it should be okay by March.
As the team looks to build on last season's success, the return of key players will be crucial. The Hunters pack remains focused on rigorous training and recovery efforts to ensure they are competitive when the season begins. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The PNG Hunters will face a challenging season ahead as star second rower young Walentau Loy has been ruled out for the entire 2025 Host Plus Cup season due to a season-ending ACL injury sustained in 2024. Following surgery late last year, Tauloi's recovery process has been slower than anticipated, raising concerns about his fitness for the upcoming season.
Tauloi, in a statement, expressed gratitude to the support he's received from the Hunters' physio and coaching staff throughout his recovery.
Yeah, rehab has been really good. It's tough, just trying to take one day at a time. Yeah.
The 27-year-old Gary Village made his QRL debut midway through the 2023 season and quickly established himself as one of the most reliable back rowers in the Hunters lineup. His injury occurred during a game against the Jets last season. Initially believed to be minor, it escalated when he aggravated the injury 3 weeks into pre-season training, resulting in the ACL diagnosis.
Yeah, at first, it was really hard to take it in. But I got encouragements from the other boys, the previous boys that got the same injury as mine. They just told me to stay positive, hang around, surround myself with positive vibes. Yeah. Just trying to take one day at a time, no rush. Trying to get my body right. Yeah.
A champion of team spirit, Tao Loy, highlighted the promising talent among the new players in the squad. He noted their hard work during preseason and emphasized the importance of maintaining their goal of finishing in top 4, a target set after last year's success. As the Hunters prepare for the upcoming season, the team will certainly miss Taulo's skill and leadership on the field, but remain optimistic about his recovery and future contributions. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Digital ExxonMobil Cup Championship winning coach Francis Ray has responded to the termination of his contract with the Wampna Mountain Hagen Eagles. He said the allegations that led to his removal as coach are not true. He claims it is aimed at tarnishing his reputation.
2024 Premiership winning Hagen Eagles coach Francis Ray confirmed he received a letter on the termination of his contract twice via WhatsApp from franchise chairman Bob Pakindi. Ray said this came as a shock as he was not given a chance to explain his side of the story. Ray said he was not consulted to respond to the allegations, which he claimed were false and only made to tarnish his reputation as a professional coach. Despite Ray claiming he was sacked on unfounded allegations, the letter from the Mount Hagen Eagles board outlined clearly for his termination. The letter stated that Ray's behavior both off and on the field has demonstrated lack of discipline to the code and spirit of the game. The letter also highlighted the misuse of funds belonging to the club. The letter further read, Ray's behavior has drawn a lack of confidence in our team and prompted a conflict of interest towards the franchise team and Western Highlands Rugby League environment at large. Thus, the board had decided in the best interest of the franchise club to terminate him from the role. Some reports indicated that rugby league fans in Western Highlands province are frustrated with the board's decision to terminate the coach's contract. The fans are planning a protest to have the board reinstate Ray to his position as coach. However, the franchise board remains firm on their decision. Rex Dita, TV1 Sports.
AFL PNG female technical official Valerie Mai will accompany 14 talented athletes from Papua New Guinea to Australia next month for the AFL Pacific Academy camp on the Gold Coast. The camp, which is part of the Pacific Oz Sports program, will take place from March 19th to the 24th.
Among the participants are 6 girls and 8 boys selected to represent the country. They travel alongside 2 officials from AFL PNG. Valerie, a prominent figure in the AFL community since her debut with the PNG Flames in 2017, has taken on an active role in mentoring young AFL talent, particularly female players emerging from the New Kick Junior Development pathway. Last November, she contributed to the success of the PNG AFL Under-17 Kurakums, who claimed the inaugural Pacific Cup Under-17 women's title. Valerie expressed gratitude for the upcoming trip.
Yeah, this would be not the first time. The last tour I was part of the South Pacific was last year in March, and I would like to thank Australian Pacific Oz Sports for the opportunity for the young athletes to participate and explore their training skills in Australia and part of the Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions Academy. I'm taking 6 girls from PNG, and all Port Moresby based, and I think they will give their best in the tournament during the training camp in Gold Coast.
The Academy training camp will bring together PNG under-16 girls with players from neighboring Pacific Islands, including Nauru and Fiji, to engage with the Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions academies. Valerie emphasized the importance of this experience for the youngsters as it will build on their exposure and development.
Mostly we are looking at the skills training, basically just basics training, just their kickings and handballing. Mostly my concentration is their kicking. Basically focus on their kicking before we go down. I just want them to just do a lot of running there. I think it's a great opportunity for me to learn from the other Pacific coaches. The last year I was there a lot. We have assistant coaches as well. And when we go down, we have to be in the line coaches, like forwards, backs, and centers, so we can learn from each other. What I don't know, I can learn from them.
Valerie underscored the significance of training camps in shaping young athletes, stating that the results achieved from last year's Kurakum's victory at the Pacific AFL Cup are testament to the benefits of such training opportunities. As the team prepares for this exciting journey, they look forward to gaining new skills, building camaraderie, and representing PNG on a larger stage in the world of AFL. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Pacific Oz Sports Netball Series will once again showcase the skills and talents of netballers from the Pacific and Australia. And beyond the series, the event will also build connections through the sport. The series returns to the Nissan Arena in Brisbane, Australia, to commence on February 17th to the 22nd.
Supported by the Australian government through the Pacific Oz Sports program. From February 17th to the 22nd, the 5th Pacific Oz Sports Netball Series will bring netball nations together. Over the last 4 years, the Netball Series has proven to be successful, providing an opportunity for Pacific netballers, especially young stars, to gain exposure and development. The annual Netball Series has been elevating non-stop over the past few years, with Pacific teams like the PNG Peppers, Samoa Tifa Moana, Fiji Pels, and Tonga Tala climbing the world rankings and gaining a variety of international experience. Teams participating in the 5th edition of the Pacific Oz Sports Netball Series are Australia's First Nations Black Swans, made up of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, Fiji Pels, PNG Peppers, Samoa Tifa Moana, and Scottish Thistles. Reigning 4-time series holders, Tonga Tala will be out to defend their title next week. The PNG Peppers will take the courts with a mix of youth and experience. The team is under the leadership of former international and coach Lua Rikis, with Netball PNG unveiling a reliable team for the series. In a recap, the 2024 series saw matches down to the wire as Nissan Arena filled with excitement and energy from supporters across Queensland, with a fresh new mix of athletes, coaches and teams along with returning crowd favourites. The 2025 series is set to unfold on the same hype. Susan Oreape, TV1 Sports.
And that's all we have for sports. And now for the weather forecast. Southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy with evening few showers and thunderstorms inland. Popondetta, cloudy afternoon with evening rain showers and thunderstorms. Momase, Ley, becoming cloudy with evening rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Vanimore, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau and Kavieng, sunny to fine evening. Kimbe, partly cloudy with evening showers. Highlands, Mount Hagen, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, becoming overcast with widespread afternoon then evening rain showers and thunderstorms. Ocean forecast, Coral Sea, seas rough with west to northwest winds of 20 to 33 knots with stronger gusts in the southeast sectors. Solomon Sea, sees slight to moderate with north to northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck Seas, sees slight to moderate with northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots with stronger gusts over the south quadrant. Pacific Ocean, sees slight with north to northeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. And coastal waters, waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru, Tiwai Islands, Kerma and to Yule Island, Hood Point to Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands. And waters of Finchafen through Vitius Strait to Siasi and Long Island to Medang, seas 1 to 2.5 meters, rising to 3 meters along mooring areas. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands and New Island to East New Britain to Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.